Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got a pretty interesting show for you guys here today, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So this is going to be an interesting one, right? This is going to be an interesting one, and I think it's going to be a good video to start off the week with. So we're going to be talking about this whole LeBron versus Michael Jordan debate, and we're going to be reacting from something that took place on Gil's Arena. Now, as you guys know, Gil's Arena is a place where they have some of the most spirited sports debates. It's really the only show like that. Like, there's no other show really like that. You have these NBA guys, they're unfiltered, you know, they disagree with each other at times, like they really genuinely disagree, and it makes for great content, right? It makes for great content. And it was no different here. They were talking about, now funny enough, what we're going to refer to here today is something I saw, but I didn't watch the full clip, right? I didn't watch the full clip. So when I started doing research this morning, when I found out that it was something that I was watching a little bit of, I was like, oh, okay, it's interesting because this is something I was watching already before. So essentially what they were doing was they were arguing between, again, Michael Jordan and LeBron at their advanced ages. And they were talking about Wizards Jordan and LeBron currently. And then Gilbert Arenas said that LeBron is the best 40-year-old that ever played, and it kind of went to this back and forth. And then Gil starts going off about this double standard that exists within NBA fans when talking about Michael Jordan vis-a-vis LeBron James, and it created this pretty intense back and forth between these guys. But before we even get into what Gilbert Arenas had to say originally, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. With the year almost over, I am super excited about creating memories with family and friends by attending various plays, theater shows, and sporting events. And when it comes time to look for tickets, Game Time is my go-to. Game Time is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. Game Time saves me money, time, and stress. It finds the best deals and guarantees that the tickets are legit, and it makes sure that the tickets are delivered to me on time. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It cuts through the fluff and shows you the best deals on great seats near you so you don't waste time searching. For example, I'm really looking forward to this upcoming game between the Lakers and the Clippers. Here's what I like to do. First, I select an all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, so I'm not surprised by the additional fees at checkout. Next, I click on Game Time Picks to check out their curated deals. And finally, I pick the ticket I want. I choose the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is we're going to play what Gil said originally, right? They got the guys chirping, and then we're going to really get into this show here today. So take a listen to what Gilbert Arenas had to say about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. Take a listen to that.
How impressive has LeBron's longevity been, and how much longer do you really think he'll stick around the league and play?
I mean, we've seen MJ when he was with the Wizards, and he put up 20. That was impressive.
Jordan?
Yeah.
At 40?
Yeah, he averaged 20.
I'm not rolling with that.
You got a Wizards
fat Jordan shit on the Wizards. He wasn't playing.
What you talking? Hey, go look at some highlight. He
was moving.
He caught my young ass in that post. Dude played all 82 games.
He's not looking like LeBron.
He don't look like LeBron, but I'm just talking about it was impressive then.
It's not impressive. That was not impressive.
Not off cigars and liquor. Okay, let's try this again. The best 40-year-old that played was LeBron. The second best 40-year-old was Michael Jordan. So
Kevin Willis.
What? With the baby arms.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I was like, if nobody gave Michael Jordan, they didn't expect anything from MJ. They just was so happy to see a 40-year-old go out there, average 20. Why is they putting so much effort on trying to tear LeBron down for just playing at 40? Like, why are we expecting him to be 20? Like, we're pretending that he's 20. Like, we're pretending like the nigga doing 22, 23. Like, he's expected to win a championship. He's 40.
Okay, so you heard what Gilbert Arenas had to say, right? Those are the points that he brought up. Now, Here's my honest take on what Gil said. I think Gil has a point. Okay. I think he has a point by saying, why are people trying to tear down LeBron's legacy? I think that there's some truth to that. And I think to a certain extent that I may play a role in that as well. No, we're gonna keep it a buck. I think that Gil is noticing something that is real. But I think there's also important that we need to point out why all of this is happening. And that's the part that Gil didn't address in his comments. The fact of the matter is, LeBron is playing exceptionally well for himself at the age of 40. What LeBron is doing is great for him. All right? Fantastic for him. He looks good. He looks lean. He looks in shape. He can run out there. He can dunk, whatever it is. He looks fantastic and it's good for him. But what is happening is that, and what has been happening is that people in media have been using what LeBron is doing at his advanced age and trying to make, or rather trying to create narratives that because LeBron is doing this thing or that thing or this thing or that thing, that's why he is better than Michael Jordan. And I think that this is where the pushback is coming from that Gilbert Arenas is describing as a double standard. These things that people do in the media is causing Jordan fans and others to push back. And I want to give you guys a quick example of this. What we want to do is want to play a really quick audio for you guys. It's about less than a minute or so. I want you guys to listen to the practical application of what I'm talking about when people in media try to use a certain LeBron accomplishment and then use it against Jordan and say this is why he's better than Michael Jordan or Jordan's level, whatever. Take a listen to that there.
But it's about the greats. It is about Steph and LeBron. LeBron had 31 and 10. Steph Curry had 38 points. And look at this. Most 30-point career games. LeBron James just one shy of tying your GOAT, Stephen A. Michael Jordan.
LeBron James is phenomenal. He's great. He's on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. He's not Michael Jordan. LeBron James in his 22nd season. Michael Jordan played 15.
It's just one stat.
Why are we doing?
One stat of
the other day I brought up the
greatness.
buzzer beaters. Look, Michael Jordan outscored him 9-7 in buzzer-beating game winners. But guess what? LeBron has played 7 more years. Can we stop?
We can for now. We can. It's just a stat. It wasn't meant to attack you personally. But let's talk about a little bit more greatness.
Attacking Michael Jordan.
Let's talk about Christmas Day greatness. How about we do that, Kendrick Perkins? Is there a single player or performance that impressed you the most today?
So you heard the clip there. All right. That's Malika Andrews pointing out the 30-point game and all of that, and Stephen A. Smith pushing back. So Gil is right that people are tearing down LeBron, but people are doing it as a defense mechanism. Because what's happening is that whenever LeBron goes out there and achieves these various things, LeBron fans then take it and use it and say, you see, this is why he's better than Michael Jordan. How many times have we seen Shannon Sharp go on ESPN and say, Jordan never did that, but who am I to talk? Like, out of nowhere, Jordan will be somewhere else, they'll bring him up. Kendrick Perkins will bring him up. Gil himself will bring up Michael Jordan. Out of nowhere. Jordan ain't even playing. Jordan hasn't played basketball for over 20 years. But he's still being compared to him. Now, that's one thing. Another thing, or another reason why I think people push back on these LeBron being better than Jordan narratives is that these guys are looking at it and saying, wait a minute. In their primes, LeBron couldn't touch Jordan. He couldn't touch him. So you now trying to come back late in the game, right? You're like in the third overtime talking about, oh, well, LeBron did this, LeBron did that. So therefore he's on Jordan's level. People are like, no, he's not. And Jordan fans then begin to compare their resumes. They begin to look at their failures. One of the reasons why, look, the GOAT debate ended for a lot of people 13, 14 years ago. And that was when LeBron lost in the finals in 2011 the way he lost. For most people, that was the end. It was over. It was over. So every other thing that happened after that, there was no way you were going to live that down. There was no way, because Jordan fans can then point and say there was no series where Jordan performed like that anywhere, in any round ever. And that's something that Jordan fans hold against LeBron. Jordan fans also hold the fact that LeBron has lost so many series, lost in so many fights. Now, LeBron fans like to say, well, Jordan only played 6 years. And the thing that gets me with some LeBron fans that make this argument, I'm like, so this is a bad argument for you to make. Okay, because if you want to say, well, Jordan played for 6 years, you're making a bad argument, because then now what we're going to do is like, well, LeBron has been playing over 22 years. Okay? Well, 22 years. So if you look at Jordan in the heat of his prime, 50% of the time he was winning championships when he was with the Chicago Bulls. Would you say that LeBron is in his prime right now? No. Would you say that MJ is in his prime when he was in the Wizards? No. So during their primes, Jordan was vastly more successful. This is the reason why when LeBron fans make this point, they think they're making a point, but they don't realize they actually shoot themselves in the foot. That's a very, very, very bad point to make. A bad one. But nevertheless, they still make it with a lot of confidence. If I'm a LeBron fan, I would never make that argument again, because you're actually, it works against you. Right? So when Jordan fans hear all of this and other fans, they push back on it. Like, no, this is nonsense. All right? This is nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. And that's what's taking place. Right? It's just a tsunami of people pushing back on the narratives. And if Gil wants to be upset at anybody for these things existing, you need to be upset at LeBron fans for constantly doing this, and you need to be upset at the media, because those groups are the ones that are pushing these narratives. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We'll catch you on the next show. Peace.